Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, October 30th, 2015. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. St. Kitts and Nevis is being represented at the Atlantic Dialogues by Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Mark Brantley. The Atlantic Dialogues, an annual high-level event which is being held in Morocco, is organized by the German Marshall Fund and the OCP Policy Center and brings together more than 350 political, policy, media, and business leaders from North and South America, the Caribbean, Europe, and West Africa. Its aim is to promote networking across the Atlantic space in order to facilitate smart partnerships. Minister Brantley's presence at this strategic dialogue is in keeping with the ministry's continued drive to seek new partners to push the Federation's international policy agenda. It will also allow the nation's chief diplomat to dialogue with potential visitors and investors who are curious about traveling to the Federation and doing business. Importantly, the Atlantic Dialogues is a unique opportunity to market St. Kitts and Nevis in Africa, which is increasingly of geostrategic and economic importance to the global economy. While in Morocco, the Foreign Affairs Minister is expected to hold bilateral discussions with countries and organizations, including Senegal and Morocco, as well as the European Union. He is expected to highlight the developmental challenges faced by small island developing states, as well as give an overview of the opportunities that are available for legitimate and long-term investments in the Federation. The minister will also make a presentation and participate in a corporate breakfast with 20 high-profile executives from the Atlantic Basin. Minister Brantley is joined in Morocco by Consular at the St. Kitts and Nevis High Commission in London, Eustace Theo Wallace, and Honorary Consul of St. Kitts and Nevis in Morocco, Mohammed Benchgrown. The Atlantic Dialogues is being streamed live via its website www.atlanticdialogues.org. First, the Secretary in the Embassy of Cuba in St. Kitts and Nevis, Teresa Toranzo Castillo, and her delegation were today welcomed to Nevis by officials in the Premier's Ministry. Permanent Secretary Wakely Daniel, along with Assistant Secretaries Kevin Barrett and Angela Scarborough, met with the delegation. Castillo, wife of the Cuban ambassador, thanked the Nevis Island administration for receiving them, noting that St. Kitts and Nevis has a good relationship of cooperation, especially in the areas of export, education, culture, and most importantly, health.
A few amount of Nevisians has graduated in Cuba, and they are doing their contribution to Nevis society. At the same time, and working together with the Nevisians graduating Cuba, we have an amount of Cuban doctors working at the Nevis Hospital and some Nevis health and medical care centers. And we have also some Cuban residents here in Nevis who has been making their modest contribution to the Nevis development. So we feel proud and happy for our friendship and for our nice cooperation. So today I could say long life to the friendship of Cuba and Nevis and St. Kitts and Nevis relationship.
Michelle Santana Iglesias is an officer in Cuba's Ministry of Health. The ministry's collaboration medical unit selects and prepares collaborators, doctors, and nurses who work in more than 54 countries.
Caribe is one of our priority. That is why we are here, because we want to know how are their Cuban doctors, how they are working, how they are living, and also we would like to know about their responsibilities and how the relation between them and the Kittitian specifically. Then we feel very well to be here, and it's a pleasure to talk with you about all of them. Thank you so much for the hospitality and to take some minutes to talk about the Cuban Medical Brigade.
In welcoming the delegation, Daniel expressed the hope that the team's visit to the Alexandria Hospital and their meetings with Cuban residents in Nevis would be fruitful.
Let me say on behalf of the people, the government and the people of Nevis, that we are indeed quite happy that you're here with us this morning. We are mindful of the fact that we would have had a long history. Both our islands and your country would have had a long history, very long relationship. Nevisians would have gone there to work and live, and some have returned. You'd have had Cuban doctors who have been here working among us and have been assisting us greatly. Quite a number of Nevisians have gone off to Cuba to study engineering, to become doctors, and they too have returned, and they are contributing to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, more specifically to the island of Nevis. We trust and hope that this relationship will continue, our bonds of friendship will continue, not simply continue, but will grow stronger.
Castillo thanked the Nevis Island administration for receiving the official Cuban delegation, which also comprised of Yael Perez, head of the local Cuban brigade, and Winston Hanley, secretary and translator at the Embassy of Cuba. The SL Hotspur's Automotive Division recently made a significant donation to the Ministry of Social Development. The donation, according to Sales Supervisor Kena Jones, were proceeds generated through the division's Emancipation to Independence celebration, which ran from August 1st to September 19th.
Firstly, of course, for increase generate revenue for our company. Secondly, we had a promotion to any customer who bought a vehicle from Hotspur's. We will give them, instead of the 70% VAT, we will offer them a 9% VAT. We would also offer them $1,000 in free gas, as well as 1 year vehicular service, as well as free tinting and accessories, as well as any other amenities. And thirdly, and most important of all, the management decided, as a corporate citizen, in giving back to our society, we decided for every $500 or for every car that was sold, we would donate $500 to both ministries of social development in St. Kitts and also in Nevis.
Marketing and Automotive Executive Valentine Munish noted the company decided to make the donation specifically to programs that benefit senior citizens.
We do recognize that independence and the development of our country over the years could not have been possible without the hard work of our seniors. Literally, the country has been built through the sweat and tears of such persons, and we thought it would be fitting to recognize them in this way. Hence, we are pleased to be at this point where we have honored our commitment, and today we'll be presenting a check for $4,500, which represents the portion earned by the Nevis Sales Division. And I'm pleased at this point to Minister Brandy. It's my pleasure to hand you this check for $4,500 on behalf of Horsford's Automotive and, by extension, the Horsford's group of companies.
Monish wished the Senior Citizens Division continued success in its activities, while Junior Minister of Social Development, the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, on behalf of the Nevis Island Administration, thanked him for the kind gesture.
I totally endorse what you said about our seniors building the framework for St. Kitts and Nevis, and a strong enough framework that we, the younger generation, can now build on. And so I would like to say how grateful we are to your establishment for staging an initiative such as this. It is truly heartening to know that institutions such as yours do take time to remember the contribution made by our seniors over the years. It is very timely, this being the month celebrated by our seniors. And I can truly say that we have programs rolling out, and this assistance will be fitting to start the next program that we plan to roll out next year.
Minister Bandy Williams also used the opportunity to invite other corporate citizens to undertake similar initiatives that would benefit the island's senior citizens. Also witnessing the handing over were Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development Keith Glasgow, Assistant Secretary Michelle Liebert, and Sherilyn Liebert of the Senior Citizens Division. Still to come.
I had tasks for those years, yeah, man. Do a lot of working, man. But thank God, I still co-working. Yeah, still co-working.
The details after this break.
Hey, you know it's your groovy soca monarch king, your boy Speedy, and I'm here with the Inland Revenue Department, and I love my side dish. And guess what? I also love Nevis too. And as a responsible taxpayer, your tax dollars help to build our nation. So I'm here to tell you, pay your taxes on time and be a responsible citizen. And don't get me wrong, it's a serious song. I pay my taxes. Boom!
Welcome back. Congratulations are in order for the Nisbet Plantation Inn, which has been voted the St. Kitts and Nevis leading hotel in the 22nd World Travel Awards. Voted for by travel and tourism professionals worldwide, the World Travel Awards serve to acknowledge, reward, and celebrate excellence. This accolade recognizes the commitment to excellence which Nisbet Plantation has demonstrated in the last year. The resort says it is proud to be recognized by one of the most prestigious and sought-after award programs in the global travel and tourism industry and featured among the best in the region. The resort thanks its employees, the ladies and gentlemen of Nisbet Plantation, for their service and dedication, and it says it looks forward to continuing its commitment to service excellence and providing guests with relaxing, authentic, and unforgettable vacations. The Nevis Post Office, in celebration of World Post Day, hosted a month of activities. One of these activities was a presentation of certificates of appreciation to past and present postal workers on Wednesday, October 28th. Present postal workers Don Challenger and Norton Cornelius were recognized, along with former postal workers Diane Hobson, Seville Henley, Reuben Williams, Vincent Wilkinson, and Charles Barrett, who were presented with certificates of appreciation. Past worker Diane Hobson expressed her gratitude for the recognition.
On behalf of myself and the Hobson's family, I would like to express profound gratitude to the postal staff for recognizing me and offering me this wonderful gesture. I must say it was a pleasure working at the post office. I have gained a lot of experience, interaction, and it was a lot of fun.
Reuben Williams, also a past postal worker, spoke about his experience as an employee at the post office.
I used to work from Charlestown too until I reached home.
That was
oh yes. And I was living at Hickman. So I came out in 1983. So I finished it out here. So I had to work from town, just walking. Every village up and down until I reached home. Hot sun, rainfall.
Wilroy Liebert, a former postal worker, was also chosen to be recognized. World Post Day was celebrated on October 9th under the theme Innovation, Integration and Inclusion are the key drivers for the future of the post. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. Thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.